New York City in a league of its own for excitement, stimulation, and toughness. The Big Apple is no place for the timid. And on this December night, the subject is boxing. In our 10-round main event, a super welterweight rivalry when Andre Serkan brings his astonishing pressure style against undefeated but lightly tested Yuri Foreman. Action begins tonight with another 154-pound face-off as #1 WBC contender Sergio Martinez takes on Russell Jordan in a fight for recognition. It's a cold December night, and boxing fans from all the boroughs of New York have come together here in the Bronx at an historic place, the Paradise Theater in the heart of the Bronx, and quite simply, they don't make them this beautiful anymore. A storied place, stage, screen, theater, but the theater tonight is all inside that boxing ring as we're ready for our first fight of the night. And a big welcome to fight fans joining us everywhere. We're delighted you could be ringside with us here in the Bronx. I'm Nick Charles. Fight night here on Versus, a fascinating element to this main event. For openers, a contrast of styles with these two fighters, both of them from former Soviet republics, both of them now living here in New York. Andre Serkan, born in Ukraine, now lives here in the Bronx. And then we have Yuri Foreman, by way of Belarus, living in Brooklyn. What a war this is just for openers when you talk Brooklyn, Bronx, and what better guy to comment on that is my broadcast partner from Queens, from Astoria, Wally Matthews. Wally, they don't even need gloves for this. I mean,
no, they really don't.
They could do this anywhere in New York.
These boroughs don't like each other. You know, it goes back to the Yankees and the Dodgers, and you know they don't even want to talk about an inter-Russian rivalry here. They're saying, hey, look, it's Brooklyn against the Bronx, and that's good enough. And I'll tell you what, I think it's going to be a really good matchup.
Oh, just loads of intensity. Both fighters have sold hundreds of tickets, so they have their contingents here. Talk about Serkan first. This is a guy, start to finish, who wants to violate your space. He's in your face all night.
Absolutely. You know, as ornate as this place is, and we showed you in the opening, there's nothing fancy about Andre Serkan. This is a guy who, as you just said, Nick, comes straight ahead, throws a lot of punches, none of them fancy, many of them are effective. He's a very high-pressure guy, and he will test Mr. Foreman here tonight.
Well, as he said, he will break him, is what he said. And talk about Foreman. You called his last fight highly controversial again, a split decision. Many people thought he lost to Anthony Thompson. Bottom line, Foreman has to prove he's not a lot of hype.
Yeah, he really does. You know, I thought he beat Anthony Thompson, quite honestly, but it wasn't a memorable fight in any way. And believe me, Yuri Foreman's not thrilled with the way he performed that night. He says he's going to do better tonight, but his style remains the same. He's a boxer. He likes to move. He likes to clinch. He's not a big puncher. He's only got 8 knockouts on his record. He says it's because of the way he fights, not because of the way he punches. He says he might actually try to back up Andre Serkan tonight. I'd like to see him do it.
Strong style matchup, and 154-pounders in the spotlight all the way through, start to bottom. Tonight, Sergio Martinez has fought all over Latin America and Europe. He's based in Spain, but now he's got an American promoter, and the reason is, Wally, exposure. What do we look for in him?
Yeah, you know, they've seen something in Sergio Martinez that they like in his fight against Saul Roman a couple of months back, but his other foray here into the U.S., he got knocked out by Antonio Margarito, which is obviously no disgrace for anybody, but that was 7 years ago. Martinez says he's a much better fighter now. He now says Margarito will be an easy fight for him. Let's see how he does with Russell Jordan here tonight.
Well, again, he promises to put on a show. He knows he's got to look impressive. He's already predicted a stoppage. So it's Sergio Martinez, Russell Jordan, beginning fight night here from the Bronx in New York. Stay with us. We'll be back with the action right after this. Night on Versus from the Bronx, New York, and score at home with us wherever you're watching from. All you have to do is log on to www.versus.com/scorecard and get into the action. See if you could match Wally here. The heat's on.
Yeah, because I'm always right. You know, I'll tell you what, man. Our viewers are usually right on the money.
No,
more than I can say for myself.
You've always said that. You're very humble. First fight, anxious to see Sergio Martinez. We've seen Russell Jordan. I've seen him before. He's got a mountain to climb here. Sergio Martinez, as you said, hasn't lost in over 7 years, and he said he has grown up a lot. Got a late start in boxing, but he has come on big in Europe, we should say. different thing now, bringing him to the United States on a regular basis. And here we see Sergio Martinez, the left-hander, born in Argentina, has lived the last 6 years in Madrid, Spain. Limited amateur career, but he is the Ring magazine number 10 in the world at 154. And Russell Jordan, biggest fight of his life, a native of Rochester, New York. As we look at the comparisons, Wally, on the graphic.
Yep, we'll take a look at the head-to-head, and they're both pretty tall for the weight class. Where you see Russell Jordan at 6'2". He's also quite a bit younger at 25 years old. The weight negligible, the reach just about the same. And the rules here in New York State, they use the unified rules. There's no 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. The doctor or the referee can stop the fight, and neither fighter can be saved by the bell in any round.
Anxious to get started here in New York. Sergio Martinez, Russell Jordan. Let's meet them both formally as we go up to ring announcer Joe Antonacci.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Top Rank, Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing and DeBella Entertainment present live from Utopia's Paradise Theater in the Bronx, New York City. Friday Fight Night Live on the Versus Network. Tonight's matches is sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission. Ron Scott Stevens is your chairman, Melvina Lathan, commissioner, and Hugo Spindola, general counsel. Chief Inspector Felix Figueroa and Ralph Petrillo, your director of boxing. Our doctors at ringside, Osric King, Dr. Angela Gagliardi, and Dr. Michael Strauss. Our timekeeper at the bell, Kathy Paolillo. Boxing fans, this bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of action in the junior middleweight division. Our judges overseeing this bout, Julie Letterman, Waleska Roldan, and Don Trella. And our referee for this bout will be Pete Santiago. Introducing first in the blue corner, he comes to us tonight from Rochester, New York. He weighed in at 153 3/4 pounds. Red trunks, blue trim. Professional record, 14 victories, 4 defeats, 9 knockouts. Please welcome Russell Spider-Man Jordan. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner comes to us tonight from Buenos Aires, Argentina, now living in Madrid, Spain. He weighed in at 154 pounds. Blue trunks, white trim. Excellent professional record, 40 victories, only 1 defeat, 1 draw, 21 knockouts. Please welcome Sergio Maravilla Martinez. Referee Pete Santiago has our instructions.
1 second. Ven, vamos. Okay, I explained the rules to both of you guys in the locker room downstairs. Yo expliqué todas las instrucciones en el locker room abajo, okay? Quiero los puños limpios, watch the head, watch the low blows, okay? Touch gloves, good luck.
Should point out, Wally, Russell Jordan took the fight on short notice.
Yeah, he did. He found out about a week ago, was in training and had fought on November 9th, so he's in shape. You can tell that he's in shape, but clearly, you know, being in mental shape is another thing. Being ready to fight tonight, we'll see if he is.
Well, in terms of style matchup, I love what Sergio Martinez told us yesterday. Hey, what do you think? We asked him 2 southpaws. He said it could either be very good or very boring. We're hoping for the former, aren't we?
Yes, we are. And, you know, it's funny because we always ask guys when they're fighting southpaws, and that was a good jab.
Nice, very nice.
And he gets one back. We always ask them, how many southpaws have you fought? These guys, you know, haven't fought very many because it's rare that you see them, and especially it's rare to see 2 southpaws together. Good right hand there.
Yeah, we wanted Jordan not looking intimidated at all. He's 14-4 against the guy ranked number 10 in the world by Ring Magazine, certainly in everybody's top 20. And look at the hand speed from Martinez, but he looks a little bit open, and well, Jordan's picking his spots, isn't he?
The other thing is, you know, first of all, you know, you're talking about a real long jab from Spider-Man here, and that's Russell Jordan, but Sergio Martinez, you know, if he insists on keeping that right hand down like that, he's going to eat a lot of those jabs.
And that's the one thing you don't have to worry about, you know, not southpaw against orthodox, but both going to be jabbing, and that's a good thing. Nobody's abandoning that, but both these guys are boxers first.
Yeah, counter punchers as well. But, you know, clearly you see that Russell Jordan came in to force the action here.
Right, looping hook and another hook as Martinez buries 3 hooks in a row, partially blocked by Jordan. But Jordan, real compact puncher, and man, he's got a stinging jab. Now he gets clocked with a combination, hands down by Martinez. He's in a comfort zone. Wow. Now he lets loose, so good movement. He's not really getting into it. Right hand, and Jordan is down. That right hand behind the left, so the...
You know, you kind of see that coming too, Nick, because once Jordan started to get away from the jab a little bit, he was allowing Martinez to take that step in. And you see he's very fast-handed. He's a little cocky and a little open, and you know he's not going to get away with that with a lot of guys in the division, but he's getting away with it so far here.
He is, but I like the fact that Jordan's coming forward. It could be, you know, he could be walking into a minefield, but he continues to come forward. He's been dropped. It's a 10-8 round now. Martinez, there's that right hand. Very impressive right hook from him.
This round's a long way from over yet. Before we score the round, let's make sure he gets through it.
Isn't that true? He got hit a little bit early, but the volume punching now seems to belong to Martinez. Jordan's jab's been his best weapon, but Martinez countering, making it happen with a combination and dropping Jordan with the right hand. And now Jordan having to back off again as he eats a couple of shots to the head. Now body work from Martinez. Martinez looking to draw the jab from Jordan, it looks like, but now he'll make the play himself. There's the jab, follow up left hand. So a little shake and bake action from Martinez.
You know, right now, Martinez is daring Russell Jordan to hit him, and Jordan's not firing because he got stung by that punch before that knocked him down.
Very exciting performance from Sergio Martinez. Russell Jordan will follow him to his corner. He's got a minute to regroup.
You're not giving me the other hand. All right? Keep your punches fast. You hear me? Put your eyes up there. If you're going to stay there, you're going to have to punch. Okay. All right?
Jordan got stuck standing around.
Relax. Step back like I told you. Just step back. I'm trying to catch everything there. It's a good body shot. You got to give me more than that. You hear me?
All right, let's take a look at some of that first round. And after some early jabbing from Russell Jordan, it was all Martinez. You saw a couple of hooks there start to get through, and you could see that he was actually squinting his eye there, Russell Jordan. Now, here's the knockdown. It's a 3-punch combination, but it was the left that really did it. If you take a look at it, right, it's the left, and then the right is kind of push. Now we're going to see some a little more of Martinez starting now to land his jab. You can just see as the round went on, he was able to exert his superiority over Russell Jordan.
Yeah, very much a fan-friendly first round because both guys bring it. I got to give it to Jordan, but he can't get stuck. As Robert Johnson, his career trainer, has said, he can't get stuck in no man's land not doing anything. He's got to be busier. He's got to step back a little bit.
Yeah, now that was an obvious 10-8 round for Sergio Martinez, and here's part of the problem. The hit counts in that round. Jordan landed 18 punches, 13 of them were jabs. See, after a while, Sergio Martinez realized there's nothing coming behind that jab.
Good point. So the CompuBox stats in that case, telling story. Now they both trade jabs here, but look at the body work from Martinez. And with a free hand, he continues to hit, and Pete Santiago breaks him.
Take a look at the total punches there in round one, and the edge clearly to Martinez. He's just a much heavier puncher. I mean, you know that low right hand is a very bad habit and can get him into trouble with the elite guys in this division. But
Wally, I'm really pleased with his work rate. He throws volume shots and he works head, body, and I thought he'd be running a little bit more and more of a counter puncher trying to draw Jordan, but he's making the play just fine. And boy, he strings his shots together beautiful.
Well, you know, he comes as advertised. He told us yesterday he was going to counter punch, and that's basically what he's doing here. I mean, you know, right now he just can't really get Russell Jordan to throw, so he's forcing the action a little bit. But I mean, his game is counter punching. He's waiting for Jordan to commit himself, and there you see it.
So what should Jordan do?
Jab, jab, jab. He's got no choice.
He's got to come behind the jab with something. But yeah, he's got a nice jab.
Yeah, but he doesn't really have anything else behind it. He hasn't thrown too many straight lefts. He landed one in the first round.
And now he's willing